Yo, what's going on, guys? Evan Tanaka here, back with another video. In today's video, we are doing the I Rate Your Team series episode 8. So if you guys are new to the channel and you have never seen this series before, basically I get people to send me your team on Twitter at EvanTanaka10. You send me your team and how much MT you have. I show it in the video. I give you my rating out of 10, so 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 10 out of 10, whatever it is. And then I give you my suggestions and improvements for your team to make your team as best as possible for the MT you say you have. So that's how it works, guys. If you are new here, we are on the road to 600 subscribers by the end of the year. We are trying to get there by the end of the year, so I'd appreciate if you guys could subscribe down below. I post 2 to 3 Myteam videos every single day, and I give some of the best knowing spend content, tips, and tricks on the platform. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First team is from, I don't even know how to pronounce that. I'm not really going to try to pronounce that. I don't want to mess it up. This is a team he sent in. He has 550k MT, so we put the team into 2k DB, and we have 550k to work with. I'm not going to try to spend all of it because I'm pretty sure he said he was no money spent, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to spend all his MT, but there's definitely a lot of places we can upgrade. The rating out of 10 to start with is I like everyone in your starting lineup except for like Kyrie, Yall. I mean, depends how you play, but Serge. This team low-key is a 7 out of 10, maybe even a 6.5 out of 10. There's a lot of improvements that need to be done. And first improvements I'm going to say is Serge Ibaka just can't play the 4. I'm assuming you like these tall big men, so I'm just going to keep Yao Ming and Rick Smith in. I mean, I'll probably get rid of one of them because you should get rid of both of them, but I'm assuming you like the taller big man. Chris Mullin's fine. Kyrie is just not fine, so we're getting rid of Kyrie. We'll put Rose on the starting lineup. You have a lot of MT. So I'm going to go Drew Holiday for around 20k MT. I think Drew Holiday for 20k MT is a really, really good pickup. If you want to go more budget, you could go Suggs for like 1,000 MT. I think you should have LeBron James for around 2,000 MT, 3,000 MT. Now, Gary Harris, we could look to remove. What I'll do for now is probably put him to the backup and obviously get Donovan Mitchell. I think Donovan Mitchell is a great addition to have. In the starting lineup, you could keep Chris Mullin, or you could do this. Move Mullin to the bench. Gary Harris, get rid of Gary Harris. For the starting, pick up Kawhi Leonard, so you're going to get defense, because right now you're kind of small with Donovan Mitchell and Derrick Rose. I mean, it's not bad defensively, but it's just a little bit small, so I think you should add Kawhi Leonard and LeBron, the two really good defensive players. Yao Ming, again, I would get rid of, and I would pick up a easy option in Porzingis. I think Porzingis is really, really good. We pick up Porzingis here. Obviously, you'd probably move Drew to the starting lineup. And if you guys know something, if you watch my recent video, this was my starting lineup for my best 100k team. I'm pretty sure this is my starting lineup. Maybe it was a few changes, but literally, I think it's such a good budget team, bro. Like 20k, 15k, so we got 30. Like this starting lineup's only like 70k MT, and for you having 550k MT, I think you should really invest in that. I'm gonna keep Chris Mullin at the 2. At the backup 3, I'm probably gonna go Bruce Bowen. Sorry, I keep saying Bruce Brown. Bruce Bowen. I think he's a great lock defender, and I think he'll be good for your bench to give you a little bit of defense on the bench. I'm going to keep Rick Smith because I'm assuming you like him. You know, you like taller centers. That's why I also chose Porzingis for you. So we're going to keep Rick Smith in, but we do need to get rid of Siakam, and we are going to pick up Darius Miles. I think everybody should have this Darius Miles card on their team. Okay, if we can click Darius Miles, okay, well, 2KDB doesn't want to work right now, guys. So Darius Miles, it's going to take 10 seconds to load in. Give it a second. And Darius Miles is the last addition to your team. I think this team is a lot better. This is an easy, solid 8 out of 10 team. Could even be 8.5 depending on the players you think. But honestly, I'm gonna give this team a solid 8 out of 10 after I made the changes. So I think you go up a rating and a half with upgrading the team. You get a lot better players in my opinion. So thank you to, again, I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for sending your team on to the next team. Next team comes in from DK. He says he has 150k MT and he's willing to spend around 150k MT. So we have 150k budget to work with. He said we're willing to spend 150k. So maybe he has a bit more, but he's willing to spend 150k. All right, so rating out of 10. The only person I don't really like is DeAndre Jordan, just because I don't really like insides. You kind of need to have a popper. I also see a few weird things you could change. But yeah, I think it's a solid 8 out of 10 team, maybe even 8.5. So the first changes I'm going to make is, I don't know why you'd have Jaylen Brown at the 3 and not Bruce Brown. That's a change I feel like is really easy to make. And then move Josh Smith to the 5. And you have 150k to work with, so you could go a bigger upgrade there. I'm going to leave that for now. I think I know what to do there, but I'm just gonna look at some other players. Okay, so backup point guard, I think that's fine. Don Mitchell's perfect. Bingo Smith, I'm gonna keep, again, save some MT. Kawhi Leonard is perfect. Porzingis. I mean, realistically, dude, you could just pick up AK and be chilling, to be honest with you. You could pick up AK. The only problem is you would have to do, if you want to pick up AK, which is, you'll just have to do this. You'll have to pick up AK, the non-mask. Again, I don't want 2KDBs being the slowest thing on earth. What you have to do is move him to the 3, put Bruce Brown, obviously not the 4, right? Change this around. But then you'd have to figure some. Okay, so give me a second here, because this is getting kind of confusing now. Because I guess Kawhi could guard the. I don't know if Kawhi could guard the power forward though. I mean, you could just run small ball. That's actually not. That's not a bad small ball lineup. The only thing with the bench though is you got to make a change, and I'm gonna get rid of Bruce Bowen. I do like him, but I think he'll be fine with Bingo. And then for backup power forward, I'm just gonna say honestly, just pick up LeBron James. I mean, you'll save a lot of MT, and honestly, he's just as good as his diamond. I think LeBron will play perfectly fine, to be honest, on your team. I'm surprised you don't have Glenn Robinson. Glenn Robinson would have been perfect to put there. But hey, again, if you can get Paul Silas, he's a mystery. He's a myth. But if you can get him, hey, he can go there. You may have to figure out this situation, though. I'm not sure if you want to run AK at the 4 and put Kawhi on ball, or run Kawhi at the 4 and put AK on ball. AK is probably the better on-ball defender. I don't know how good Kawhi is at the 4. Right, so I mean, you could just run small ball, or you could put Porzingis there and then have a bit more depth, or have a bit more height on the starting lineup. So that's probably what I'll do. But thank you for sending your team, DK. I think I made a couple changes you did need to make. But thank you for sending your team on to the next one. Next team here is from Alfredo, and he has 4,000 MT, and this is his team. So man, with 4,000 MT, it's gonna be a tough one. You got to figure out how to get some more MT. So I may recommend some cards to go for. Again, I normally don't recommend this. I normally only suggest cards that are on the market. But for you, man, I think you need to try to grind out some card stuff. So I'm gonna okay, so hold on. I should gotta rate the team first. And again, if I give you a bad rating, it's not to say like, oh, it's bad. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I can't say this is an 8 out of 10, a 7 out of 10. This is low-key a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's just not a good team. I mean, but hey, maybe you don't know. Maybe you're new to my team. That's 100% okay. There's no reason to be ashamed or whatever of having a bad team. This is why you send in your teams. I'd rather rate this team and help out this team than rate someone who sends in a God Squad. I'll rate the God Squad, improve the God Squad, but these are the teams I would like to improve, because these are the people that actually need the help. Again, if you have a really good team, a lot of MT, still send in your team. I still want to rate those and improve those. I'm just saying, but these are the teams I really do want to improve. So for you, man, I'm going to spend a lot of time on this as well. So I'm going to give you some grindable cards. Again, it's not saying to go get Paul Silas or go get Gary Payne. It's just going to be get the 75 domination done and get Amari Stoudemire. I think, again, you probably, maybe you're not even in, I don't know why I brought him in. Maybe you're not even in, the NBA 75 domination, because you probably would have Draymond if you did. So I'm going to recommend it as an end goal, but I'm also going to recommend Draymond Green. I was getting there, okay? I'm going to recommend Draymond Green. So we're going to go Draymond Green. Okay, perfect. Draymond Green is secured. Now, if you do domination and you go like crazy in domination, right? Because if you get a Amari Stoudemire, you should be able for your backup center. I mean, you easily should be able to get a Ibaka. But you should also be able to get a diamond and a pink diamond. And for your team, the diamond you would want to pick up. Actually, I don't know what diamond you would want to pick up, to be honest. But the pink diamond, if you get a Amari Stoudemire, you'll be able to get to the pink diamond tier pretty easily. So, and if you do both dominations, like if you do all of current and you do all of next. So actually, I won't recommend a pink diamond, because you may not be able to get there. So for point guards, though, thank God there's these two cards that are really cheap budget cards that everyone should have if you have a little MT. There's Derrick Rose and Suggs. Again, I still haven't gone over your budget. I'm still within your budget. That's about 2,000 MT right there. Maybe 2.5, so we still have a bit more to work with. Sell Dort and sell Tatum. I'm going to count that as getting some sort of MT back. And then realistically for the other positions, this is where it gets kind of confusing, because with only having like 2,000 MT, I don't know how to make this team. So you're going to have to try to get some MT, bro. That's what I will recommend, is you got to start playing the game a little bit more if you want to have a better team. If you don't care about having a better team, then hey. But you got to get some more MT, because it's impossible to make a good team with only 4K MT. You could go all reward cards for 100%. And for this team, I'm honestly just going to have to go back to the basics, and I'm going to have to give you TJ Warren. Again, this is from doing domination. Get TJ Warren. And then realistically, man, okay, so these positions here so far are not bad. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push you. Try to get some MT, bro. Because if you can make this team, I'll make you a really solid team right now. And this will only be like 5,000 more MT, 10,000 more MT at max. Get Landry Fields. Get RJ Bear. Again, you're going to need, between those two, that's like maybe 5k MT. So get 5,000 MT. You're going to get those two cards. You probably want to move RJ to starting. That's not a bad starting lineup. That is not a bad starting lineup at all. Like, not at all. That's a really good starting lineup. And then for your backup 4, get this Ruby LeBron James. He's 2,000 to 3,000 MT again. So I'm asking you to get 10,000 MT at most from what you already had. Actually, I'm only even asking you to get like 8,000, 6,000 MT. You should be able to do with that. And I think I made this team a lot better. This team actually looks very usable in online setting, offline settings. You have a decent, solid team now. I hope I did help. Again, try to get your MT up. Maybe send it to me another week when you have 10,000, 20,000 MT. I'll be able to help your team a lot more. But I feel like just to start off, I feel like this is a great starter team for anybody that's watching this video, but also for you, man. Alfredo, this is a great starter team. So thank you for sending your team on to the next one. Next team here is from SacManJones, if that's how you say his name. This is his team. He only has 11,000 MT. I'm going to assume he has a little bit more than that. I'm going to look at his team though. There's definitely some players I would sell, but for the rating, what I'm going to do, honestly, the team's really good. The only person I don't like in your lineup is Rodman. I like everyone else. I'm going to give this team a, we'll go 8 point, we'll go 9 out of 10. We'll go 9 out of 10. I think it's a really solid team. We'll go 9 out of 10. But the first upgrade I'm going to do is definitely get rid of Dennis Rodman. He is not very good. LeBron, you could keep LeBron. I'm assuming you don't have Melo. If you have Melo, bro, use Melo. I don't know if you do. Point guards, I think you're fine. Shooting guards, these are the 2 best shooting guards, or not 2 best, but these are 2 of the best, probably, honestly, 2 best shooting guards in the game. Jaylen Brown, I don't think so, but I think what you should do is get rid of Jaylen Brown and pick up Donovan Mitchell, because I personally believe Donovan Mitchell is better than Jaylen Brown. If you disagree, you disagree, but I think Donovan Mitchell is better. And what you'd want to do is put him to the starting. You might look, oh, I have a small backcourt, but trust me, you'll be fine because you have AK and LeBron. I'll just say keep LeBron for now. Dikembe's fine. And then for center, I would just say to pick up a Porzingis or to pick up a Josh Smith. Those are the 2 centers I'd recommend to pick up. And you're going to save a lot of MT with picking up Donovan Mitchell over Jaylen Brown. You're going to save like 50k MT that you can then use to spend on Porzingis and just get some MT back in general. And then I think your team is very good, man. Again, if you don't want to make the changes, you just want to keep the team you have, then 100% that's okay. You had a really good team to start with. Just definitely get rid of Dennis Rodman and definitely pick up Porzingis or Josh Smith. If you don't want to make the Donovan Mitchell downgrade from Jaylen Brown, then you don't have to, but definitely make sure to pick up Porzingis or Josh Smith over Rodman. You'll enjoy them a lot more. But thank you for sending your team SacManJones on to the next one. Okay, the next team here is from Jax Jackson Groves, and he says he has like a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of updated teams. So what I'm going to do probably is just go, let me see. So he says he has 300k here, and Dolph Shay's Snipe is selling. Another updated team, and then another updated team. I'll just do this team, because this is the team I'm pretty sure I made, right? Oh no, I did the first one. Did I do the first one? What team did I? I'll just do the team I did. Oh, because he sent it to me while I made the teams. So I'm just going to do this one, bro, and say you have 300k. Again, I'm just gonna do this one. Say you have 300k. So for rating out of 10, the players I'm not the biggest fans of are Rodman, Aiden. I think Aiden's okay. I think Rodman's terrible. I think Ben Wallace is terrible. But everyone else is pretty good. With 300k though, you can make a lot of upgrades. So what I would do, so rating out of 10, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I know there's some high pink diamonds like Gilbert and Ben Wallace, but they're just not very good. There's a lot of rubies and there's a lot of rubies, amethyst, and diamond that are better than both these guys. So the first thing I'm going to recommend do is sell Ben Wallace and sell Gilbert Arenas, sell Dennis Rodman, and sell DeAndre Ayton. Move Ibaka back up center. Go Porzingis at the starting center. And then honestly, if you have 300k, just get Josh Smith too as well. Those are 2 really good centers. You have 300k, what I would do is make a big upgrade and go to Isaiah Thomas. I think Isaiah Thomas is a top 3 point guard in the game. I think he's top 2 in my opinion. But hey, Isaiah Thomas, your holiday. Now you got a really good one, and you got a really good starting point guard, really good backup point guard. Get rid of Gary Harris. Go Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell again is one of, I think, top 3 shooting guard in the game. My opinion, best shooting guard in the game. But hey, my opinion. You got good defense with Bruce Brown. I'll keep him. We'll keep that. Power forward, let's say we spent about 80k there. Let's say we have 220k, we spent a bit more. Let's just say we have 200k. Let's just say we have 150. Let's just go really low. Let's say we have 150k to work with, and we need 2 power forwards. So let me think of these 2 power forwards, and I'll get back to you. Now, I'm going to give you a couple options. If you want to go really good and you want to make sure, and you want to have I think getting Dolph could help a lot. If you get Dolph and you spend all your MT on Dolph, and then you pick up LeBron James, I think that works out perfectly, because I think LeBron James is really good as well. He'll be perfect off your bench. I think that's a really good bench and a really good starting lineup. But if you want to go a bit more conservative and balance them out, I would go Andre Kirilenko at your starting 4. So unmask Kirilenko at the starting 4. And then for your backup, I'd honestly just keep LeBron, to be honest. I mean, I don't really see a power forward that's really, I mean, you could go Kawhi or something like that. There's not very many budget point guards in the game. There's there's LeBron, there's Darius Miles. You could count Kawhi. Obviously, if you had Glenn, that would help. But what I would do with your team is I would just go Dolph over AK. And honestly, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll generally be fine. I think that team is really good. But thank you, Jackson Groves, for sending your team. I hope this did help you on to the final and last team, which comes in from Onslaught on Twitter, of course. We'll go to his team right now. Onslaught has got a really good team, I think. I don't think he said how much MT. I don't think he really has an MT, so we're just going to rate his team and maybe give some sell and upgrade opinions. So rating out of 10. Honestly, this is an 8 out of 10. I'll explain why. Kareem can't shoot, not that good. Joel Embiid, he's pretty good, but might as well just do this and then get rid of Embiid, right? Save MT there, save MT from Kareem. Grant Hill's good, but why do you have Pete and Gary Payne on the same line, and why is Pete at the starting 2? Or backup 2, sorry. Actually, I'll give this team an 8.5 out of 10. This team's an 8.5 out of 10. There's just some constructional, I think that's the word, and there's some just team, like, you just need to have your players in better positions. So what you need to do first is decide, who are your 2 best point guards? Do you like Steph and Gary Payne? Do you like Pete and Gary Payne? Or do you like Steph and Pete Maravich? I'm going to assume you go Gary Payne. Well, you had Curry, so you're probably a big Curry fan, or you're really good with Curry. So get rid of Pete Maravich, start off. Then move Chris Webber to the honestly starting 5, to be honest with you. Or not Embiid. Move Chris Webber to the starting 5. Having Dolph and Chris Webber, you're not going to get mashed, especially with Vince at the 3. You will not get mashed there. Get rid of these 2 guys. You don't sell them both. You'll make a lot of MT back. So I'm going to assume you got most of the MT back, or you got a lot of the MT back. And for you seem like a guy you actually might like these bigger centers. So I'm going to recommend Dikembe Mutombo to you as a backup center. I mean, I would start him, but I'll recommend backup center. And then backup 4, we're going to go Kirilenko. Again, if you sell Kareem and you sell Embiid, you should have a decent amount of MT to pick up these 2. And then for shooting guard, I would just go Donovan Mitchell. You should definitely have enough MT for this. That starting lineup is amazing now, and that bench is also amazing now. Thank you for sending your team, Onslaught. Appreciate anybody that sent in your team. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. More of these videos to come. This was episode 8. There's going to be many videos to come in the future. So send me your team at EvanTonAka10 on Twitter, and I'll make sure to respond back to you as soon as possible, and you'll be in the next video. Appreciate all of y'all watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.